even if historical artifacts are in the river, why aren't you guys picking them out?
Because we leave them where they are.
Why would you leave them where they are? That's rotting away history.
Okay guys, here is the deal, cut and dry. Britain YouTube channel Depths of History, he had what we would like to say an unpleasant debate with a park ranger, and they was debating about scuba diving in the rivers in state parks. We're going to show you the complete unedited interaction between these two, and I want you guys to think to yourself while you're watching this. Ask yourself these questions. What is the definition of an artifact, and what is the definition of trash? And then tell me what you think in the comments below. No judgment, right or wrong. I want to know what you guys think of this interaction. I will see you at the end of this video.
After diving again?
Yes, ma'am. That's a picture over there from what I've been told.
But remember I talked to you before about this.
But
The water is part of Chattahoochee River National Recreation Area. It's federal property. It's managed by the Department of Interior, National Park Service.
But you're telling me by like finding a gun, like you don't want people going in here and finding firearms and giving them back and like collecting trash?
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is...
I collect trash. I'm not taking anything else out of here besides like trash. I'm literally just cleaning up trash.
You have a driver's license on you?
I do.
All right.
It's right here.
Oh, you got it.
Hold on a minute.
I'm not trying to. I'm picking up trash and cleaning up the environment. That's what I like to do. I'm not taking anything out of the river. I just enjoyed what I do.
I've seen some of your videos, and I've seen you removing some things from the park.
I haven't removed anything from the park.
Okay. You put everything back?
Put everything back.
Yeah. I'll take a picture of it so I don't. Is everything on there correct?
Yes, sir. As far as I'm concerned, it's a public waterway. Anybody's allowed to go.
Yeah, you can go in there and recreate. Did you have a dive flag?
We did.
Yeah?
Yeah, we do. We have it right by the car.
It was inside of your vehicle, outside, inside the water?
Yeah, it was inside the water.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I've seen some videos where you didn't have a dive flag.
Yes, ma'am. And we recently found out that rule changed, and each one of us now have a dive flag.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm not trying. I promise you. I'm just trying to find trash, take it out of the river, throw it away.
Well, here's the thing. Sometimes you find things that are not trash. Sometimes you find things that are of historical value. That's a problem. You understand?
From in which area? Because I haven't found anything historical over here.
Okay.
It may have
But
been
you-
like
you-
Holcomb Bridge Park or something, but not
again,
National Park.
which again, is part of Chattahoochee River. Holcomb Bridge Park is not part of the Chattahoochee River National Recreation Area, but the waterway is.
But that doesn't make any sense because the waterway is public.
Here's the thing. So if we're patrolling and we're on the river and we see somebody who's floating in the river and they don't have a life jacket, we are legally allowed to stop them and cite them for not having a life jacket. Okay? It's part of Chattahoochee River National Recreation Area.
But
the land is not. The river is.
But you're saying by going in the river and removing trash out of the river that is illegal.
What I'm saying is that there's a risk of you finding something of historical value.
Okay.
Okay? Moving that from the river is illegal.
But we didn't remove anything of historical value here.
How are we supposed to know this?
How is well, scuba diving's not illegal.
I didn't say it was.
It's.
I didn't say it was.
But I just don't understand what's going on because I.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I understand how it could be a historical.
I'm trying to make sure I'm saying this.
But why is it like?
She's not saying that diving is illegal, but you don't know what you're gonna find.
Yeah. No,
And if
I
you're
get.
gonna
No, I
have to move
totally
it to save
get what
your
you're
life,
saying.
or save his life, or save his life.
No, I
you know
understand.
what I mean?
I get that.
So
I get that.
it could be something of historical value, like you said. So
Okay, but if
that is their jurisdiction.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? It's not my jurisdiction.
But like
their
golf
jurisdiction.
balls and like stuff like.
Yeah, I get it. I understand. Yes, that is trash. I understand that should not be in the river. But again, you do not know what you're going to find. It's always a surprise when you find a gun, right? Yeah, you don't know what you're going to find.
That's what makes it fun.
Well, I'm sure it does. I'm sure it does. I've seen the videos. It looks pretty cool.
It is.
Yeah?
It's so much
ooh.
fun.
And here's another thing. Are you using any kind of like a device for metal detecting?
Not in the rivers. I use them at like in Florida when I'm down there, but.
Because I have seen some of those underwater metal detecting devices. That's not allowed in the park. even possessing it.
No, I know. Metal
Okay.
detecting. I know the laws about metal detecting. I actually live right next to Kennesaw
I know.
Battlefield, and I get permission to private properties over there, and I'm always on private property. Never go in the national parks. I just was confused about the river because I was never told that, like, because I thought this, like, the recreation area, I thought that was just the woods and like everywhere around here. I didn't think it was the river. Like, you're telling me that the river is owned by the national park?
Chattahoochee River National Recreation Area. We go from Buford Dam all the way to Peachtree Corners. We have 48 miles of river.
Okay, well, I
Over
mean,
10,000 acres of land.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
So what, like, in the, what would you advise me in the
I would
future
advise you
on
in the
doing?
future to contact the park saying, hey, this is what I would like to do. And then we can assess, see if there's any historical
Yeah,
value, if
definitely.
anything going on.
Yeah.
And they may require somebody to monitor. So when you bring something out, we can take a look at it.
Yes, ma'am.
That is something that you might want to consider doing. So we
Okay.
don't keep running into the same thing over and over again.
No, I completely understand. Is like, as for, you know, I mean, because when I've been doing this, I found over 70 guns, handed them to the police. I've been very nice with several
Yeah.
different people, like taking trash
Yep.
out of the river. I just, like, I don't want to have any problems. Like, that's the number one thing with me. I don't want to have any problems.
I understand that.
So it's just like, I don't understand, like, it just makes me emotional because I'm like, if even if historical artifacts are in the river, why aren't you guys taking them out?
Because we leave them where they are.
Why would you leave them where they are? That's rotting away history.
Well, you know what?
That's history rotting away.
That's part of the policy.
That's history rotting away though. Like, you guys should get that up and turn it into museums and
You
like
know what you can do
stuff like that.
is notify our superintendent and let her know that you have a problem with that.
I don't,
and maybe they'll do something
it's
about
nothing I have a problem with. I just, like, I don't see why it's great to let relics and stuff like that just rust underneath the water. That doesn't make sense to me. And that's not something I agree with personally. But I will respect with what you're saying with the national park. I completely understand that. But if I go to a public park that's on the Chattahoochee River, I'm allowed to dive that, right? Those specific areas.
Well, like I said,
Because you told me now I'm not allowed to have a jet ski. Like,
You don't have a jet ski.
I just don't understand, man. I just don't get it. I just don't understand. Like, I just want to get trash out. I'm trying to do the right thing.
I understand. And like I said, places like Holcomb Bridge, that's not our property.
So that's not
That
park
physically-
property, so that's okay. Is that-
Physically, the land is not ours, but the water is. We still patrol the water.
okay, but
I thought the waterways are actually public.
yeah, I thought the waterways are public. That's what I was
federal. It's
told.
part of the federal. It's part of the federal land. It's part of
Do you have-
Chattahoochee River National Recreation Area.
Do you have writing that says that?
Yeah, you
I can
you
look
can
at?
even go on our website.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll have to look at that because I don't think that's right. But
You're telling me that I don't know what I'm talking
I
about.
just don't think
Okay.
I just don't think that it's right because it's a public waterway.
That is within the National Park Service jurisdictional boundary.
The
I can
park-
enforce
the park is
policy.
different from the
I'm
river.
Not, you know what? I'm not going to continue arguing this either.
I mean, the park is not the river. That's different though.
It is the river.
Is it because it's part of the Georgia Dam?
No, it's part of Chattahoochee River
Okay.
National Recreation Area.
Yeah.
We have 48 miles of river from Beaver Dam to Peachtree Corners. Okay?
Yes.
That whole stretch of water is within our jurisdictional boundary.
All right.
So moving forward, we can keep doing this. Just don't remove stuff that we question.
The removal of any items outside of the park is prohibited.
Okay, but we're still allowed to pick up trash.
Trash is, that's something else.
I mean, obvious trash. You know.
Trash, yes.
Okay.
You find a gun, cool, great. You turn it in. But the thing is that you never know what you're going to find. If you
Yes.
find something of historical value, that becomes a problem. When you remove it from the river, you're removing it, the context, like we can't get that back.
When would you guys ever do that though? Because it's just rotting there.
I am not one of the resource people.
Okay.
I don't.
So we can find it, document it, tell you guys, and then we'll be done with it.
Yeah, and put
Yeah.
it back. Tell us.
But then
and
that'll be there for another 20 years and it'll be rusted
maybe,
again.
Maybe.
Maybe.
It just doesn't seem right.
Another thing to consider
It
is
just doesn't
you
seem
told me you found a bomb, right?
That was the mortar that we found
Yeah.
before.
So it's something that can be dangerous to you and
Yeah.
others around you, right? That's something.
Most
that's
definitely. No,
irrelevant.
100%.
So we have an example there of things that you can find that you don't want to find.
Most definitely. For
So
sure.
just something to consider. Definitely.
All right. So moving forward, just nothing other than trash and golf balls and all that stuff. All right.
Yeah.
I'll
and
be
like I
looking
said,
for the
like I
national
said,
park.
yeah.
I'll be looking for the national park boundaries, and anywhere that's not in that national park boundary, I'm going to be diving.
Okay, and that's below
Okay.
Peachtree Corners.
Perfect.
That's
that
not our
sounds good.
property.
All right.
All right.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, and now it is your turn. You guys tell me what you thought of that interaction. What do you think we should do different? Are we doing something wrong? Are they in the wrong? You tell me. We're not here to bash anybody or make anybody look bad. We just want to know what the viewers, you guys, think of this interaction. So tell me in the comments below right now, and make sure you drop over and give Britton a thumbs up for the way he handled the situation, because I think he did pretty good. He got a little emotional, but hey, wouldn't we all? Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you on the next video.